I am so very excited for you. Today, we are going to make a game plan for you to quit your 9 to 5 job and start to build your online business that you always dreamt of. If you listen on your work, I always say just put on your AirPods. I know right now you're probably going through a very hard period because your job is draining you, your actual 9 to 5 job, and still you will need to find the energy to run a side hustle. But you are not alone. If you can push through the time period, on the other side, there is so much fun, there is so much potential. Whether you can have a new you, and it's really worth it. It is freaky worth it. I can say from my own. So I want to give you the extra input to really make it happen. Because in 2010, I started my corporate world. And in 2018, I said goodbye to that world and I became an entrepreneur. Since then, I am still an entrepreneur. And of course, I've been there. I've been also had these moments where I said, I am too scared. I will fail. I will not do it. But I am here to tell you it is possible. And I'm telling you that if you do certain things, it will be much easier to make that plunge. So I will tell you certain topics on how you can move that needle. So let's do it. First of all, write it down. Write down on a piece of paper, quit your job, quit your 9 to 5 job game plan, and write down when you want to quit. Do you want to quit in November, in December, whatever it is? Just write, quit your job game plan by December in this year. And once we have written that one down, we will reverse. We will go back in time and really think what are the things that we really need to do in order to quit our 9 to 5 job? What are these little milestones, tangible steps that then we can on top celebrate? And it will be the same in everything you're doing, right? Think about it. You are marrying, or you're throwing a party, or you want to climb that mountain. You really need to think, what do I need to do in order to throw that party, in order to climb that mountain? You will probably need to invite people. You will probably need to find a venue. You probably need to find a caterer if you want to marry. So you reverse and you will put these milestones in paper. Write them one down. You will need to write down what you need to have before you feel confident to stop quitting. What do you need to have in place? Over time, what I learned is that it will change from person to person. One person want to have a certain income, one person want to have a certain confidence level achieved. Everybody is different. For me, I had wanted to replace 60% of my income before I felt secure enough to quit my 9 to 5 job. I can give a lot of suggestions, but at the end, it's you. You need to decide when you feel comfortable, when you want to say goodbye to your 9 to 5 job. Write them down, write your specifics down. And just don't say, I want to have a savings fund. Be specific. I want to have a savings fund that exists out of X amount of dollars. Or I want to have 10 paying customers month over month for 6 months long. Or I want to have a monthly recurring revenue of $5,000. If you want to quit your job and you want to have 5 customers every month, 6 months in a row, until you earned 50K, bam. That is such a clear statement. Write it down. It's so specific. All about expectations. Just quitting a 9 to 5 job is a huge thing. And I just want to be responsible for you that you said, yeah, I had to quit my 9 to 5 job and then you don't have any earnings anymore. No, because I don't want to have that fluffy bullshit. You need to have your expectation clear on what you are going to do and what you want. So, quitting a 9 to 5 job will be one of the bigger accomplishments you will need to do. Either you will have to get up early in the morning or you need to work late in the night. And after already a draining 9 to 5 job that you probably don't want to be in. So, it will require discipline. You probably have to say goodbye to Netflix. You probably will not see your friends all the time anymore. It's really understanding what kind of sacrifices you will put in. If you pull the trigger, you will need to sacrifice things. And some will have to pull more triggers than others. That is normal. And one of the things you need to understand is also that your business right now is very fragile. Your dream, because you have a dream, you don't have yet a business. And it's just like a baby. A baby is also fragile. It needs a lot of support. You will need to get up mornings, evenings, and it will be the same with that business. You have a dream, and I'm pretty sure that dream can change a lot of people's life. Think about mine. I have a mission. I want to help 1 million scholars to achieve their life goals. And every time I hear from a scholar, I achieve my life goal. I am so proud. And I know for you, you can do it too. But right now, it's so fragile. So we need to be sure that we have the fire around us, that we keep going, that we make that business a little bit less fragile. And then think about it. How can you do that? Is really surround yourself with people that are very much like minded than you, that understand your business, that looks at the same things that you look at. Because people will always have an opinion. And if you listen to the people that have an opinion that really doesn't understand your business, your energy, your fire that's in you will slow down. And the idea is really to make your energy, your fire big. How can you do it? By doing little things every single day, by being consistent. Even if it's only 2 hours, you do something for your business. But if you do it every single day, you can achieve a lot. And then surround yourself. Surround yourself with these like minded people. They will give you the energy because at a certain moment, your energy will be so huge that it will be very hard, that burning fire you have in you. Wrapping this up, it is all about expectation and being very, very, very consistent. And you will be likely to be able to quit your 9 to 5 job. Normally, it's around 5 to 7 months in order to say goodbye to your 9 to 5 job. And the more you surround yourself with people, the more you will thrive. So find your community that wants to make a legacy with you. Identify your key indicators. So right now on your piece of paper, you're already written down game plan to quit your 9 to 5 job, where you have a certain date by when you want to quit. You also have your milestones. What do you need to do in order to reach that main goal? And you have written down your specifics. What do you need to have before you want to quit your 9 to 5 job? Thinking about, I need to have 50K in revenue, I want to pay off this bill, whatever it is. If you have around 15 things, relook again at the list. So, right now, we are going to look and identify the key pieces that are needed that will move the needle forward so you will be able to make money and quit your job. Because we know you all have a little bit of time, right? You have a little bit in the morning and or in the evening. You still need to take care of yourself. You still have a family. So you have a lot of balls in the air. So you need to focus on the right things. So right now, again, we are working crazy hours. But think about it. The moment you stop, you will have 40 extra hours on top that you can work on your main business. So right now, you have to stop doing certain things. You have to stop looking for hiring a team. You don't have probably the money anyways and don't have the time. Don't think about running ads yet because it will take you probably 4 to 5 months before you really understand how to run ads. Focus first on growing organically. Building a massive audience. Don't think about it. It will come slow, step by step. Building out insane automations. Time you have understands how automation works, you already lost again another month or two. Creating a huge fancy website and branding. Yes, it's always nice to have, but honestly, you can do it without. Don't focus on it yet. If you're still worrying about it, really try to get them out. Give you kind of a feeling like, oof, a little bit relieved. It should feel good because honestly, you really don't have to focus right now on these things. And coaches that are saying you should, they probably want to sell you something. And the reason why this is that you don't need to focus on these things is because the ROI, the return on investment, is super delayed. Before you have your automation in place, you only get money 1 or 2 months later. It's not worth it. Focus on the things that will move the needle. So, right now, you want to focus on customers. That's it. With the limited time you have in the morning and the evening, focus on customers. I know it is not sexy, but no, good business is boring. Really. Just getting clients and that's it. So, again, the question, How badly do you want to be in control of your own income? If you want it very, very badly and you see the path, you will become very obsessed with it. You will be very obsessed with getting customers every single day. And therefore, you should focus on IGAs, income generating activities. I will give you some examples. You need to leverage other people's audience. Think about it. Leverage other people's audience that other people have built. And that is the fastest way to do so. See it as a stepping stone. It is your rope to get out of the water towards the new job you love. How to do it? You need to post in group. Imagine you go into a room and you have to speak in that room. You probably need to put a deposit to get withdrawals. How to withdraw leads if you don't make any effort in it. So you can just post and randomly like everything, but you can also say, hey, I saw that comment in your group. Let's talk about it. Or what's your opinion on it? Be specific, clear. Getting on people's podcasts. Some people really make great communities, and it's a great way to promote your offer. And most of these people also work as a side hustle. So, timing wise, it should perfectly work. Write guest blogs. Google your industry. You can get money from just writing on guest blogs. Offering your products in exchange for shoutouts. It's a kind of an influencer marketing. Collaborate with people. Go with live interviews, live stories, Instagram takeovers to leverage their audience. Your time right now is so valuable. Focus is only on getting clients. That should be your mindset, your gameplay. And some logical things to consider: security. Having that security makes you want to stay. But if you make things very clear what you want in your startup and your new profitable business that you want to start, the more clear you make, the more you will be able to step away from it. So separate really from fear. Then, second one, insurance. Here in Europe, we really get a lot of benefits if you work in a company. You have like hospitality insurance and a lot of other health benefit plans. Look it up, and do you feel comfortable quitting that? The same for taxes. What are the taxes that you will need to pay as entrepreneur? The same for what is the retirement that you need to get up. And pay attention to the journey of other people. People that say it's an overnight success, it's not true. People that know it knows it takes time. Watch them. What are they doing?